Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, just 2 seconds. Just letting a few more people in.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so today we're looking at taking notes on a computer. So there's a little bit of background noise, so I'm just going to mute everyone for now, but you can unmute yourself. That's okay. It's just because I can hear some in the background and I don't know exactly who it is. Okay, so the objective for today's lesson is that participants will be able to reflect on their own use of note-taking technology and decide whether or not to take notes on a computer. So some community guidelines. We are happy if you are here. If you are late, please join the conversation as you are able to. But do try and make an effort to arrive on time. But if you have technological problems or IT problems, and that's okay. If you need to exit and re-enter, that's totally fine. I understand that happens. Please mute yourself when you're not talking, especially if you have background noise. It can be a little bit distracting. We want to be able to hear everyone. But remember to unmute yourself if you do want to talk or answer a question. And speak loudly when you are talking so that we can hear you. So please remember to complete the pre-class self-paced interactive slides. They're in the Google Classroom, they're posted on Facebook, and there's a link included in the email that is sent out. Also, please fill out the post-class feedback or evaluation form. I will post the link in the chat box at the end of this class, and I will also email out a link. This will help us revise and develop the course content. So if you have any questions or technical issues during the session, you can message in the chat box, or you can send an email to info.hett@gmail.com. Okay, so a little bit about me. My name is Lisa Vance. I will be leading this training or workshop. I previously worked in Myanmar. I worked as a teacher trainer. I worked teaching English. I've worked as an environmental educator. My co-host is Kathleen. Kathleen, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kathleen, and I am an English teacher and a Spanish teacher currently located in the US.
Okay. And Kathleen makes all the PowerPoints and all the training material. Ketchy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I know it's different times, different time zones. But I'm Kachi. I provide marketing communication support to HET, and it's been an interesting experience so far.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So yeah, she's just kind of joined in and is helping starting recently with the marketing and communications for HET. Okay, so show of thumbs. How well can you take notes using a computer? So not at all, somewhat, and extremely well. So on the count of 3, can everyone show me? So 1, 2, 3. How well can you take notes on a computer? Okay. So some people are kind of in the middle, some are kind of halfway down. not a lot of people that are extremely comfortable. So have you ever taken notes using a computer, and when? So you can either answer me, or if you want to type in the chat box. So have you ever taken notes using a computer? Yes or no, and when? Sometimes? Good. No, never? No, not yet. I'll give you another 30 seconds to answer. When reading a reference PDF? Yeah, sometimes. No, no. So not very many people. So we're only going to get into basics. So no, not yet. When I make a lesson? Yeah, that makes sense. No. Okay. That's good to know. So what are the benefits of, in general, using a computer for research or academic writing? So again, you can tell me, or you can put it in the chat box. What are the benefits of using a computer for research or academic writing in general? Save time and can find it easily again. Good. Get a lot of information, easy to save. Good. Easy to search, maybe easy to edit, copy. Save data, can check typing and grammar. Okay, good. So yeah, like it's faster. A lot of times using a computer for research helps you, like using the internet, typing, storing resources and references. It makes it faster than if you have to do it by hand. It also creates, creates a clean and professional finished product. So obviously, if you write or type on the computer, it looks a lot more professional, or you can make it look a lot more professional than if you just write it by hand, or if you're doing all your work by hand. And also, it's easy to collaborate and share work. So if you're doing research, say if you're doing research at your university, but it's also connected to another university, you can collaborate online, and be able to edit at the same time and work together. Yeah. What are the benefits of handwritten notes? So we've been talking about note taking for the last little while. What are some benefits of doing it by hand, like with a pencil or a pen? More activate. Yeah, so yeah, you might think about it more. Anything else? What are some benefits of writing it out by hand? Better retention? Maybe you remember it better than typing? Can see clearly? Oh, remember ideas more recognized, easy to copy down. Yeah. So I have, yeah, so it activates more parts of your brain because you're thinking about it more, because you're actually like writing it down. Easy to recognize individually. Better processing when you have to choose what to write down. So sometimes when you're typing, you're not thinking about it as much, but you're kind of choosing a little bit more the material when you have to write it by hand. What are some of the benefits of taking notes on a computer? What are some benefits of taking notes on a computer? So we talked about research in general. How about just specific to note taking? Can you think of anything? Store data. Yeah. Save our time. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, you can record a lot of material in a short amount of time. Can find data more quickly. It is easy to search. Good. So easy to search and then take that information for your notes. You can make a backup copy of your notes. So you can save it. You can do like 2 copies and save it. If you write it out by hand, if you lose it, you've lost it, there's nothing you can do. It's easy to edit, fix, and rearrange. So if you're writing by hand, you can't move it around. But if it's on a computer, then you can move it around. Can study many sources? Good, yeah. So if you go on the internet, you can look at many sources on the internet. Also, if you take notes on a computer, on Word, or whatever platform you want to use, a lot of times then you can search it. So instead of having to read all your notes again, you can search keywords. Okay, so you will see a question on the screen. Use the chat box to respond to the question. So write as many answers as you can in 2 minutes. So we've been talking about some pros and cons, and you've answered it a bit, but now I want you to see how many you can answer. So you have 2 minutes to write, what are some pros of taking notes on a computer? So I have a timer, so 2 minutes. What are the pros? See how many you can write down in the chat box. So what are the positives of taking notes on a computer? So see how many you can write in the chat box. Easy to fix, edit, record audio. Good. What else? What are some other pros? Anything. Save time. Many informations can be stored, can find easily. What else? More organized. Yeah. What else? What are some other? Can mark with different colors and designs. Yeah. You can annotate online. What else? You have 1 more minute to answer. What are some other positives? Can check errors easily. Good. What else? Can search the data we want. Being searchable, easy to edit, easy to rearrange, easily store data, improve my notes. Good. What else? Can create, oh, I think I paused the sharing. Oh, there we go. I've never done that before. It was an accident. Good. Type is faster than writing by hand. Someone wrote, easy to copy, save the materials, and edit them. I had someone message me that on my phone. They must be watching. Can edit a copy easily. Good. How much time? It should be almost out of time. No, I have to get back. There we go. So that was 2 minutes. So don't use paper. Sketch pictures. Good. Okay, let's move to cons. So again, you have 2 minutes to write as many cons as you can think of, let me just get the timer ready. Okay, so you have 2 minutes. What are some cons or negatives of taking notes on a computer? Okay. Data can lost by computer error. Yeah, sometimes files get corrupted. What else? What are some other negatives of taking notes on a computer? Some cons. There's lots out there. Somebody has no device. Yeah, maybe you don't have a computer. It doesn't work. Maybe you can't remember. Maybe you copy pasted it. Yeah, it's easier to copy paste on a computer. So maybe you've copy pasted it without actually reading it. It influences mindless note taking. Yes. Maybe not access free note taking. Cannot carry these notes easily everywhere. Yeah, so if it's on a computer, then you need somewhere you can put the computer, and maybe you need internet, and maybe you need electricity. Can keep and study the data rapidly and easily. Cause problems when forgetting to save. Yeah, I've done that before. You forget to save and something happens and it's like, oh no. Easily disappeared data because of error I make on computer. Can forget to save the note. Yeah. Sometimes data is accidentally deleted. Okay, 17 more seconds. Anyone else? Any more negatives? Not enough, need enough money. Yeah, so some programs cost money, computers cost money, all that type of thing. Okay, let's stop there. So yeah, can lose the data because of errors, unfamiliar with technology or digital tools. That's a good one. So some things are pretty easy to use and most people can use, like Word. But there's a lot of technology and tools that are more difficult to use and maybe you don't know how to use them. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, typing leads to shallower consideration. Good. What are some examples of note-taking tools on the computer? So what kind of tools have you used on the computer, or what kind of tools do you know about that can be used on the computer to help take notes? Evernote, yep, good. What else? Microsoft Word, yeah. Notepad, good. Comments, highlights, note on PDF, yeah. Microsoft Word, Stick. I don't know if I know of Stick. PDF, yeah. What else? Notes on PowerPoint, yeah. Microsoft Word, Apple Note, good. Excellent. So those are some examples. Google Keep, Perfect in Skill. I don't know if I know those ones. Notepad, yeah. So there's lots out there. Google Drive, yeah. So there's lots and lots of tools that you can use, some more common than others. So we're going to look at 4 today. It's just a very brief overview. Microsoft OneNote. Okay. So we're going to look at word processors, note-taking applications, and Google Suite tools and PDF writers. So those are kind of the 4 that we're going to look at today. Okay, so what is a word processor? I think everyone here has probably used Word. So what is a word processor? What do you use it for? Yeah. Typing, yeah? Good. Anyone else want to add to that? It's a powerful outline tool. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So, power device, good. So I think, so word processor, I think we've all used examples of it. We've all probably used Word. So, you know, you type on it, you can write essays on it, you can do outlines on it. There's a lot you can do on it. So Word is the most common. There's also Pages, and another common one is Google Docs. So there's different forms of it, but it's generally kind of the same type of program. You can create an outline using Microsoft Word. Good. So we're going to watch a short video. If you can't hear the audio, please let me know. I don't know if I've watched a video. Oh, here, share computer sound. Okay, so if you can't hear the sound, let me know.
Within Word, click on the View ribbon and then click on Outline. You will learn that you have many different levels of headings that you can put in. By default, it starts at a heading level 1, and I'm going to call this the working title to just get this from the final project proposal. When finished typing my heading, I can press Enter at the keyboard to move down to the same level heading, and I could demote the heading to a level 2 or return it to a level 1 by using the arrows up here. There are a number of ways you can do this, but I've moved back under Statement of Purpose. I'm clicking Enter on the keyboard, and now I will indent in one level and start populating ideas under my Statement of Purpose. You would then continue populating the outline with the terms and ideas that make sense for the work you're doing. Here, I'm trying to do a literature review, and I want to keep the categories in mind that I want to go to the literature for. And so I've put in some of the standards, some of the ideas about project-based learning, curriculum design. If a level has no further information under it, you'll see the minus sign. But if this level, for example, has information below it, you'll see the plus sign. Once you've got in enough headings, you might want to close the outline view and notice that you actually have the formatted heading levels that would print once this became a large paper. And that's not particularly useful at this point. So let's go back to View and then go back into the outline view where the indent levels help us understand what we're doing. I'm going to put in some text to illustrate the next point. For any area where you want to add text, you click up to that particular title, and then you move down to the section where you want the text. Let's say I want to add information to the statement of purpose, so I just clicked Enter, and it's now waiting under another level 1. I'm going to turn that to body text by clicking that arrow. It now has a slightly different icon there, and I'm just pasting in some text that I created as dummy text. So now this text does not have a heading level, it's body text. With the added mocked up text, I can decide to go up and maybe show only the certain levels. Let's show only 2 levels. So I'm not distracted by the extra text, and I can see the organization of the information. Maybe I want to show 3 levels. Maybe I want to show 4 levels. I can even ask to show the levels and the first line of text, so that gives me a little bit more information. A key feature here, though, is being able to move things. Supposing you've decided, though, that you want the standards to come later, and I'm just showing my level headings. If I click this X, I have all of the items under the standard, and the text beneath it will move together, and I can go up to either promote it up or move it down some levels. I'm going to just, for argument's sake, move it down, and I'm going to be careful here. Let's say I want to move it all the way down so that it resides just before curriculum design. So I'm going to bring the project-based learning up ahead. All of the sub areas came along with it. Now, if I simply wanted to move something within just one sub area itself, I highlighted the Meet Professionals. Let me just move that up within this area. You want to be careful so that you bring your text with you, but it's a lot easier to rearrange a paper when you have things in this outline form. And as you flesh out the parts, let's now close the outline view. And this time I went and put in some text so you could see that the headings make more sense when you have some text within it. But by going back to View Outline, you can look at the organization and structure of your ideas and more quickly and efficiently create a logically organized paper. When you're using the outline function, be sure to understand too how to change the headings to the style that you want and how to generate an automatic table of contents from these headings.
Okay, so that was just a very brief description of how you can use Word or a word processor to create an outline. So we're not going to get super into detail, but just so that you can see quickly how it can be done, so you get an idea. And if you want to explore and learn more yourself, you can. Okay, what is a note-taking application? So what are some examples of note-taking applications, or what is it? Can anyone tell me? Okay, it is a device that provides for editing, formatting. Anyone else? Okay. So there are lots of note-taking applications that can help you take notes. So it could be recording audio, it could be sketching a picture, scanning a document, taking a picture, typing notes. So there's lots of different types of applications out there that can help you with note taking. So we're going to, I think someone mentioned Evernote, maybe not. Yes. So we're going to watch a quick video about Evernote, which is one note-taking application that you can use. So someone wrote, wow. But yeah, so yeah, Evernote, like from the video you can see, you can take photos, you can record audio, you can highlight things, you can scan things. So it allows you to do a lot of different things as part of it that can be used as a form of note-taking for your research writing or your research. What are Google Suites tools? I always see it in writing. I realize I've never actually said it out loud. Google Suite tools. So I use these a lot. So what are they? So what do you use as part of Google? What kind of tools or applications do you use as part of Google? Anyone? So I will say I use lots. Google Sheets, good, excellent, Google Sheets. So I really like Google Suites because you can collaborate together on documents and you can have multiple people edit at the same time. So good, yeah, you have your Google account, usually your Google Drive, and then you can save everything in your Google Drive and it's part of the Google Suite tools. So you might have Google Docs, you might have Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Drawings, Google Forms. I mean, my application forms and my feedback forms are done on Google Forms because it's easy to send. These slides are made on Google Slides. I do a lot on Google Docs. So it's easy to take notes by using Google account. Yeah. So you can take notes on, you can create note cards on the slides. We talked about that previously. You could, if you're doing research, this is not so much note taking, but if you're doing research, you can send out surveys and things through Google Forms. And of course, you can create outlines and record information in Google Docs. So let's watch a short video about note cards and source cards with Google Slides.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to walk through setting up Google Slides to use for your source cards and note cards. So you're going to begin by clicking on the Google Apps icon, select Google Drive, and then from here you're going to need to log in to your CD School account. Once you're logged in, you're going to be creating a new folder for your research project. So you're going to click on the blue New box and click Folder. We're going to call this folder City Planning. Once you create your folder, you want to open it. Right now there's nothing in your folder, but we're going to change that by going to the blue New box, New, and Google Slides. When this opens, let's start by giving it a title. We're going to call this one our source card file. So this is going to be where we will save our source cards. You do not need the themes, so you can close that. Next, we need to define a template. We do not want the title slide, so we are going to choose this little arrow beside the plus sign, and we want to select the title and body format. And this is what we want to use for our format. So we can go back up to slide 1, and we're going to delete slide 1 by going to Edit and Cut. Okay, so now this is going to be the slide for our first source. And you can tab over to the right. We just need to right justify, and you can type source 1. Then later, as you research, you can add the source citation right here. If you would like, you can add some new slides by going to Slide, New Slide. And you can do this as you find sources, or you can set up a couple in advance. It's up to you. All right. So that's going to be my source card file. Now we're going to create a file for our note cards. So go back to your drive, click on the blue New box, choose Google Slides. We are going to title this presentation our note cards. And again, we can close the themes box. Just like we did on the previous slide presentation, we will click the down arrow beside the plus sign and choose the title and body format. We will also delete slide 1 by clicking on it, going to Edit and Cut. Just like the last time, if you would like to insert some more slides, you can do that, or you can just add slides as you are taking notes. The format for your note cards is going to be to number them to correspond with your source cards. So the overall format for your completed note cards will look something like this. So as you're researching, after you've made the source citation and you're ready to take notes, you will number the note cards as step 1. You will put notes in your own words. If you had a page number, you will include that. And then the topic of the note will go to the top left. Another example of that looks something like what you see here. So the topic of this note is the death of Cleopatra. The note that I took in my own words was killed herself after Octavian defeated Mark Antony. I found it on page 253 from source 4. If you have any questions while you're researching about using this format, make sure to see me in the library. Otherwise, these directions will get you started in setting up your files for your note cards and source cards.
Awesome. So last class, we talked about different types of note cards that you can make, and we talked more about like paper note cards, but you can make note cards on Google Slides, like it was shown in the video. So you can turn those into note cards, kind of like we did our last class. The note cards we had on the Google Slides were kind of an image of a note card, and then you could write on that. But you could just create the whole slide as a note card online. Okay. What is a PDF writer? So some of you had mentioned PDF writers. So what is a PDF writer? Anyone? So you mentioned writing on PDFs and editing and highlighting PDFs. So that's what we're going to look at. So if you have a PDF writer, you can highlight text, you can underline, you can write on PDFs, you can annotate, you can share. Kind of works similar to the annotation tool on Zoom. So just like on Zoom, I can kind of underline. I don't know, there must be a highlight one. You can highlight, you can do different things. So it's the same kind of thing. Clear. Yeah, it has many functions. Yeah, definitely. It has many functions. So we're going to watch a quick video.
Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be walking you through how to use the application Kami, which is a free PDF and document markup tool that can be used on the Chrome browser to view or collaborate on PDFs and documents. So the first thing you want to do is go to the link that I provided and then choose Visit Website up at the top right-hand corner. This will then take you to the Kami website. From there, make sure that you are logging in with Google. It is free, so you can use this without paying. There are upgraded accounts, but I honestly think that the free account is everything that you would need. So on the right side, it might be telling you to upgrade to remove ads or to upgrade to get different features, but I do think that the free version has everything that you would need. Now from there, you can choose your documents by either opening it from Google Drive or from your computer. For me, I have everything on my drive, so I'm going to choose Open from Google Drive. And I'm going to find a PDF that I have in my drive. I will click on that, and it will open up in this drive. And from here, you can see the article and the editing tools that you can use to be able to annotate your PDF. There's highlighting, strike through, underline. You have the ability to comment or add text. You can draw on the document, add shapes, erase what you've drawn or put in, and select text. So you have a lot of tools that you can work with that are very useful when you're reading or annotating articles. So let's say I want to highlight. I can just simply select the highlight tool, and I can go in and maybe I want to highlight this quote. And when I highlight it, it will automatically highlight it in yellow. I could also choose underline and go in and underline some text as well, and I can even change the color of that if I wanted to. I could add a comment, so I could choose to comment right here, add a comment here, and that will save there. And that way, if I'm editing with another person, I can see what they have been saying on this article. You can even choose to add in text, and you would just type anywhere on the screen to be able to add in that text. And you could add text here. The only thing with adding text is you just can't go off the document when you add that text. So as you can see, a lot of those tools that students might normally do on paper, they can actually do online through this application. You can also share the app or share the document or PDF that you're editing, and so the students can do the same. And I did that with myself. I shared it with my personal accounts, and down in the bottom left corner, you can see that I've got my work account and my personal accounts, and it shows that both are logged onto this document. And if I were to add comments or make changes, both users would be able to see and to see who made those changes. And to do that, they would just share the document in their Google Drive like they would normally. They'd go to their Google Drive, find the document, and share it with that user. Or they could also go up here to this share document button, and it will give them a link to that document, and it will also show who is able to collaborate on it. So there is not much more to this besides the fact that you want to make sure that you save it, and that way it saves to your drive. And then if you want to download it, you can do that as well. But it is a great tool for the classroom. It is one that I can see being of a lot of benefit to teachers and students, because it's an easy, free tool to use for annotating PDFs and documents, all from the Chrome browser. So if you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out and I can answer those questions. Thanks.
Awesome. So that was a quick overview of Kami. I've never used it by myself, but it does look quite useful, especially how it connects with Google Suites or the Google Drive as well. So then you can edit the PDFs and not just the Word type documents. Okay, so we're going to look at the second activity. So individually, you will write, how much time do we have? Sorry. Individually, you will write about your experiences taking notes on a computer. So I'll give you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to do that. We might go over a little bit for time. So I'll give you maybe 10 minutes to do that. And then record your thoughts on Pear Deck. And then I'll put you in groups for 5 minutes just to discuss your answers and just to talk about and share some of your answers with a group. Okay, so let me share the Pear Deck. 2 seconds. Okay, so if you see here, there's 1 question, 2 questions, 3 questions, 4 questions. So we went over 4 different kind of applications or tools, 4 different tools you can use. So you're going to answer questions about each of those 4. And I'll put the link in here. So you have 10 minutes to do so. So go through and answer the questions on the 4 different tools. Okay, and if you have any questions or need any help, you can just send a message in the chat box if you don't understand. Okay, so 10 minutes, and I'll set my clock for 10 minutes. So right now it is 7:20, so we're going to go over a little bit for time. So we'll do this until 7:30. Where's my clock? 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes until 7:30. Okay, Kathleen, would you like to share the screen and put some music on while we wait? So just work individually by yourself. 5 more minutes to work on answering the questions. Okay, 1 more minute to finish. Looks like most everyone finished. So we'll stop there. So I'm going to put everyone in groups, and you have about 5 minutes just to discuss your answers. So we are going to go over a little bit in time, so my apologies. So just 5 minutes to discuss your answers in your groups. We might not even need that much time. So if you finish early, you can come back to the main room. And if everyone comes back, then we can stop. Let's do 4 rooms. We'll make 4 rooms. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to talk with each other, discuss how you've used them, discuss your answers. If you finish early, come back to the main room. Yes, I'm gonna go take a look at the different rooms.
Dario ဘာလုပ်နိုင်လဲဆိုရင် sorry what ဘာလို့လဲပေါ့
နောက်
ဟုတ်ဆက်ပြောပါဟုတ်
ပထမမိကုန်းကိုဘယ်လို
ဆရာမ
အဲ့ဒါ
就မသုံးဘူးပေါ့
အကော
နော်
င့်လို့ရှိရဟုတ်အဲ့ဒါတော့မသုံးဘူးဟုတ်လောက်ကလို့
ဟုတ်တယ်
အဲ့ဒါကကျတော့ဟုတ် PT
share ခိုင်းတာနော်
Yes, a discussion of final.
ဟုတ်
Okay, I'm going to quickly look at some of people's answers. I know we're a bit over for time, so my apologies. So this was word processor, so Microsoft Word or Google Docs. So I haven't used this application yet. I'll do it later. Yes, I have used a word processor. It is useful for input and output text, editing, and formatting. Yes, I've used a word processor to create an outline. I can check students' assignments by giving comments, by writing some words with different colors, by highlighting. It works well. Yes, I have used a word processor to create an outline. We can format all our data in a file. We can save and move, and then our data can be changed and deleted later. No, I didn't. I've used it, but I'm not sure. Not yet, not yet. Yes, I've used a word processor to create, edit, and print documents. It is easy to write text and store it electronically. No, not yet. I sometimes use a word processor to create an outline. It is easier to save, edit, and print when there is no errors on a computer. Yes, I have used Microsoft Office, and sometimes our data can be lost due to data corruption. Yes, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word can be used easily to take notes on a PC, but upgrade version need to the full license key, and no, I don't. Okay, let's look at the next one. Note-taking applications. So yes, recording video, it helps me not to miss any detail, facts, even the background information. Good. Sketching pictures and taking pictures helps us to remember the scene. Typing notes is effective, not to forget the important information. I've never used it before as I always write it on paper. Okay, no, not yet. I used a note-taking application on mobile phones, not on computer. Yes, you could do it on your phone as well. Yes, note-taking system, it is effective because it can get easily main ideas and map of the text. Yes, I have used Microsoft OneNote, can be added pictures and audio too. I can find my notes easily from OneNote. It can organize all notes into sections. Good. No, I have never used note-taking applications. I am still learning about it. Yes, I have. Microsoft Word Office, it was effective. No, I haven't. I used note-taking applications, note cards on my phone. It was very effective for me to store many information. Memos on my phone, take pictures. Taking pictures is more effective. Evernote is the best for taking notes. I haven't used note-taking applications because I'm weak in technology. Microsoft Word because it can be easily used. And let's go to the next one. I'm just going through it quickly. Yes, I have. I never try it because I just don't know how to do it. Oh, sorry, this is a PDF writer. Or sorry, no, it's Google account, Google Drive. Yes, I have. I never try it because I just don't know how to do it. Yes, I have. I will have to try for virtual note cards. It would be fantastic to use it because there are lots of features on it. Yes, I have a Google account. Try creating a virtual note card to find information quickly. Yes, I do. It is easy to access wherever I am. Yes, I have. I try. Yes, I have a Google account, but I've never tried to use creating virtual note cards because I haven't known about it. Now I want to try use it. Yes, I have. I've used it for studying my flashcards. Not yet. I'm very weak in ICT, but I want to create because I think it will be useful so much. Yes, I have. I would try creating virtual note cards because it can create collaborative learning, peer review, and feedback in those note cards. Yeah, definitely. Yes, I have. This is a top search engine. We get free apps from Google Play Store. I've tried to create virtual note cards for my lessons. Okay. Yes, I do. I'd like to create virtual note cards. Yes, I do. Yes, I would like to create. It will be more interesting than other. I have a Google account, but I have no experience in creating virtual cards. And the last one, a PDF writer. Yes, I use PDF reader applications. It is easy for me to note because I can copy, edit, and share my notes. Yes, it was because it was easy to make annotations. No, not yet. Yes, I've used a PDF writer. It is very effective when I want to highlight some points on it, but I prefer to do it on paper than on PDF. Yes, I do. It is very useful. It can save numerous texts and we can edit them as we like. We can even sign on it. It works many functions and has many tools. I like it. No, I haven't used a PDF writer before. Yes, I have. It was an improvement. Yes, I've used PDF. It is not easy to editable the text clearly. Yeah, sometimes editing the text can be difficult with a PDF writer because it is saved as a PDF. So you can't edit it in the same way you can edit a Word document. I haven't used it before since I never write notes on a computer. I will use it after this class. No, I have never used PDF writer before, and up to now, I didn't know how to use it. No, I have never used a PDF writer before. It was easy to use, and annotation can be erased. We can combine different format files into a new PDF. Yes, you can combine them together. I don't know how to do that myself, but you can definitely do it. Yes, it was. Yes, paper translates to better retention. Okay, excellent. So those are some of the answers. So very interesting. Okay. So will you use a computer to take notes in the future? Why or why not? So you can either tell me or you can chat in the chat box or type in the chat box. Yes or no, and why? Yes, 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 yes. Lots of yeses.
Yes, I will use it. I will use a computer to take notes because I read all the documents on computer.
That makes sense. Yeah, if you read them there and then take notes on there. Yeah. And someone wrote, it saves more time. Okay, excellent. Okay, so same as at the beginning, show of thumbs. How well can you take notes using a computer? How well do you think you will take, you can understand or discuss about taking notes on a computer? So not at all, somewhat, extremely well. So on the count of 3, can you show me 1, 2, 3? Yeah, good. Lots of thumbs up, some kind of halfway. Okay, excellent. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm going to put the feedback form in the chat box. I will also email it out to everyone later today. So here's the feedback form. So remember, you only have to fill it out once. So if you fill it out now, you don't have to fill it out from the email. So you just have to fill it out once. And in the email, there will also be the link to the Google Classroom. So all of the slides, all of the activities, all of the videos are stored in the Google Classroom. So if you want access to them, you can sign into the Google Classroom and access them that way. Next week's topic is on annotated bibliographies. So we're going to get into annotated bibliographies. And in the Google Classroom, I also have a copy of the research writing syllabus. So if you would like to take a look, it is in there. Okay, so we are finished. So thank you very much and goodbye. I will wait for about 5 minutes in case you have any questions. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I might. Oh, there we go. It stopped. It was kind of loud.
I want to ask some question, please.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we have a Gmail account that is, can we say is a Google account,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same
Yes.
thing.
The same. Some people have .google.com like that in the email. How are they different?
.com or what was the other one?
Google.com like that.
Oh,
They mentioned Google. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know if you have obviously the Gmail account
Yes.
is to sign into the Google Drive. It could be, I think, so I know with Google, you can have an education account and you can have like a private account. So, or
Yes.
you can have different types of accounts. So it could be
Yes.
that their email address is it's an education account with a school, or it could be a
Yeah.
private account. So that might be why. It might be different types of accounts. Because they offer different benefits to different types of accounts. And so if you're with a school, you have access to different things than if you're just private.
Yes. Well, some people say Google account. We can create Google account and it costs how monthly pay, or we must pay for the account.
No, it's free. Anyone can just make a Gmail or Google account. It's free.
Oh.
I think they might have some features that you have to pay for, but most of it is free. Like my Google account for this, let me see if I can yeah, like it's just free. So you get free access to Google Classroom, so you can make classrooms, Jamboard, Hangouts, slides, books, bloggers, sheets, documents, Drive, YouTube, Gmail. It's all connected to your Gmail account. So once you're signed in one area, you can access all of it. I like it because you can have multiple, you can share to different people really easily. So
yes. Nowadays the Google Drive email asks to delete the last record after a month. How can we manage it?
Sorry, what was that? One more.
Google Drive email asks. They will delete all the memory.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
The older memory. Yes. The older note.
Yeah, I didn't
How can
really
we manage it?
I'm not sure. I saw that pop up too. Let me see if it pops up on my computer.
Yes.
It popped up earlier. Maybe it won't now. No, I don't see it. I don't know how to, I can't remember exactly what it said. So I would have to check. I think it was just things that were really, really old that they were doing. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can find information because I can't remember.
Yes. No problem.
Okay, yeah, I just can't remember. I saw that pop up too, but I didn't really read it. So I just kind of looked at it quickly.
Yes.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious. You can always make a different account, I guess. But That's kind of hard and difficult. So,
As we save many things in the drive, and if they are deleted,
yeah, it's not very good. I'd like to check what it says because I feel like it wasn't Google deleting old drive. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it wasn't something super serious though. I thought maybe it was just like if it was in the trash or something, like if you put it in your garbage, it was going to delete it. I don't think it was your normal files. I don't think it was all your files. It was just like if it went into your trash, then it was going to delete it after a while. Because I think currently it saves it for a long time, but I can't remember.
yes.
I
Thank
don't
you.
think it was, yeah.
We can search in.
Yeah, I'll search later. I think, yeah, just if it was in your trash, it'll be deleted. Because currently everything you put in your trash, it saves it in your trash, I think.
Oh, thank
I
you.
could be wrong.
For today.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I think I'm going to end there because I have to start the next class. So,
Yes.
thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.